Hey everyone, welcome to another review, and here's my review for Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. Yes, I just got back from seeing Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, and I got a cup. Yes, yay, got another Hunger Games cup, and I'm gonna put it right here next to, that is the French side, next to the Avengers Cup. Yeah, I just got back from seeing the new and the last installment of the Hunger Games movie. Yes, this movie stars Jennifer Lawrence, Josh Hutcherson, Woody Harrelson, Phillip Seymour Hoffman, Julianne Moore, Donald Sutherland, Liam Hemsworth, the whole thing, the whole cast, all the characters from all the movies, and they're back. Mockingjay Part 2 takes place right after Mockingjay Part 1. Yes, you know, when PETA went apeshit and tried to kill Katniss. Yes, she's trying to recover and rejoin the rebellion against President Snow. You know, trying to bring all the districts back together, making more propaganda films to intimidate the enemy and inspire hope to all the people in the districts, you know, to rebel and defeat Snow. But there are some other things she has to worry about too, which I will not spoil. But yes, this is the last Hunger Games movie. There's 3 Hunger Games movies before this film, and I was a fan of all of them. Like, I'm a big Hunger Games fan. I read all the books. I enjoyed them. I think they're great books, and I think these movies were pretty loyal to the source material. The first Hunger Games movie glossed over things from the book, and I think it's the weakest Hunger Games movie, but I still enjoy it. Catching Fire, it was always my favorite book, and it's my favorite movie. And after all these are done, it's still probably my favorite movie, but Mockingjay Part 2 is probably my second favorite Hunger Games movie. I really freaking loved this movie. This movie was freaking solid. I loved it. This movie is not just for, like, film buffs. This is mostly for Hunger Games fans, and since I am a Hunger Games fan, because I read the books and all, I loved this movie. I loved Mockingjay Part 1. I know a lot of people hated Mockingjay Part 1 for some strange reason. I found it kind of like, you know, Wag the Dog sort of feel. You know, like the movie Wag the Dog with Dustin Hoffman? I found it kind of like that, but a Hunger Games version. I love the propaganda films. I love the political context of it, and the performances were so good. The performances, again, in this movie, all the Hunger Games movies are all very well-acted movies, and Francis Lawrence does a fantastic job directing. He's a great director. He gave this movie a lot of justice, because it's a very well-directed and well-executed film, and good job, Francis Lawrence, and the performances are so fucking good. I'll start with all of them. Let's go with President Snow. Donald Sutherland is a phenomenal actor, and I love him as President Snow. He's a very intimidating villain. Like, he is really good, and he's just eating up all the evilness, and evil and very clever villain, and I thought Donald Sutherland did a phenomenal job portraying President Snow, and my favorite character is Haymitch. I love Haymitch, and Woody Harrelson is awesome. He's not in the Mockingjay movies as much as he is in Hunger Games Catching Fire, but he's in this movie and he's great. Phillip Seymour Hoffman, God rest your soul, man. They did put him in this movie, but again, he's not very big because he passed away on set of this film. And Julianne Moore as President Coin, she's really good. She is very, very good. I don't want to spoil what happens to her, but her story, yeah, very interesting, and Jeffrey Wright's in it again. He's awesome. Finnick is back. I fucking love Finnick. He's awesome. Jena Malone is awesome. Like, everyone's back and they're great. The two actors I was never a big fan of was Liam Hemsworth and Josh Hutcherson. I always found them pretty bland characters. I was actually never a fan of PETA and Gale in the books. I just was never a fan of them. And these actors, you know, they weren't that great. They gradually got better as the movies kept going, and they're both okay. Liam Hemsworth is okay. Josh Hutcherson, yeah, the character PETA goes through a lot of challenges, and I could tell Josh Hutcherson was really trying, and he did give a decent performance. He was pretty bland in the previous Hunger Games movies, but I think he gave the best performance in this movie. He was very good. And, of course, Jennifer Lawrence steals every movie. She is an amazing actress. She's a phenomenal actress, and she's fantastic. She's fantastic as Katniss Everdeen. She's amazing. She's the Mockingjay. She's the girl on fire, and she is so good in this movie. I love her in all the Hunger Games movies. She's always the one who steals every scene. She was great in this movie. Very good, very compelling performance, and you just love Katniss all the more. She is a true freaking hero, and she's awesome and pretty badass. So yeah, the performances and the characters all in this movie, awesome. The action there isn't as much action in this movie, but when there is action, it is very well done action, and especially in the sewer scenes. Like, there's a whole, like, big scene when they're in the sewer and they have to fight certain things that kind of look like xenomorphs. That is some awesome action. Very well shot and very visually appealing action. Very well crafted action. Very well executed action. It's very well done. Great action in this movie. The climax of this movie is also very intense, very bittersweet, but amazing. Just amazing. Very loyal to the source material, and I just adored this movie. I thought it was so good. I know a lot of critics are kind of bashing this movie, just like they did with Mockingjay Part 1. And I'm on the Hunger Games side. I loved this movie. This movie was great. Maybe it's because I'm a Hunger Games fanboy. Yeah, maybe that is it. Maybe I really like this movie, but as a film in general, it's a very well-written film, very well-directed film, and a very well-acted film. And the visuals look really good, and the cinematography is very well done too, and very good editing. So, for a filmmaking standpoint, it's very well done. And as for a Hunger Games movie, it's very well done. So, I don't see the complaints. I don't get it. There are a couple scenes, yeah, again, they're glossed over from the book, and there are some slow moments to this movie, and the ending to this movie is like Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. There's like fucking 10 endings, and I'm like, is this movie over yet? But again, I enjoyed all the 10 endings, just like Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. I enjoy all Lord of the Rings' 10 endings, and I enjoyed all the endings, and I think this movie had a great climax and a great ending, and I really, really liked this movie. This is one of my favorite movies of the year. It's probably not going to make the top 10, but I really loved Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. So yeah, if you're a fan of Hunger Games, definitely check this movie out. And if you're just a fan of movies, still check this movie out. I liked it, and I will recommend Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. So scale 1 to 10, I'll give this movie a 9 out of 10. Yes, it's a bit generous, but I think it deserves it. So yeah, that was my review of Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. So yeah, in the comment section below, please tell me, the Hunger Games movies are all done. Yes, they're all done. So comment below, tell me, what is your favorite Hunger Games movie? Favorite Hunger Games movie? My favorite is Catching Fire. Still Catching Fire, I love that movie, great movie. But what is your favorite? Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.